It's not wet enough. It's pretty dry right now.
Hell yeah.
Like racing to a track.
Oh my god.
What is going on, Sports Basement? Matt here, and it's the final installment of the Scott Boy Summer. So in this video, I'm going to take you through a final fitness update. So we'll get a sense of what my new time up Tunnel Road is. We'll check in on my functional threshold power, so we'll see how much stronger I've gotten over the last month and a half or so. And then we're gonna go live into the Oakland GP, the Oakland Grand Prix. This is the final crit of the season. This is in Oakland, California. I'm gonna be racing amongst the downtown skyscrapers. It's a full field, 75 riders. And the big wild card here is that there is a bunch of rain expected. I am nervous, to be honest. I think the roads are gonna be a little bit oily and slick. I'm recording this before the Oakland GP. Fingers crossed that everything goes well and we don't crash out. But just to say, I think this one's gonna be a little wet and wild, a little crazy. So stick around and just enjoy this video. I think it's gonna be great. Let's jump into it.
We are here to conclude the fitness update for this Scott Boy Summer Series. Based on all the training I was able to do, how much fitter was I able to get over the course of the last month and a half or so. So right now we are here at the base of Tunnel Road, as we can see here. At the start of this series, I did Tunnel Road in about 19 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm gonna try it again and hopefully get a little bit faster than that. I'm also going to use this effort to measure my functional threshold power, my FTP. So there are two ways you can measure your FTP. You can either do the indoor trainer like I did the first time around, or you can ride outside for as hard as you can for 20 minutes. You take the average power for that 20-minute effort and then you multiply it by 0.95. So I'm gonna do that this time around. So I'll ride up Tunnel. I'll probably go along Grizzly Peak for a little bit until I hit 20 minutes. And then we'll see what the fitness is. This is gonna be a painful experience, but that's what it's all about. I mean, look at these clouds, come on. It is spectacular. Oh, wish me luck, here it goes. There it is. Just finished the Tunnel Road and the FTP test. It's pretty tough, but pretty good. All right, let's go check out how the Oakland GP is going. I have a feeling this one's gonna be tough. Let's check it out. So those clouds over there, those are rain clouds for the race that's happening tomorrow. Oh my God.
You know what? No, I'm feeling good.
Feeling good? Okay.
Feeling good. I feel like I prepped as much as I could. I'm just gonna have fun. It's windy. I was already dropped, so I wasn't gonna. It didn't really mean much. Whoa!
Oh my God. Yeah, how you feeling, man? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? Good.
It's not wet, so we're gonna get this.
Dude, exactly.
Dude, it was literally sunny.
Yeah.
Five minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
I took off my jacket for this.
Wow, okay, Oakland GP. Actually rainy and windy.
So the goal, finish the race today.
Okay.
Hold on until the bitter end.
Love it, love it.
All right, so here we are at the start of the Oakland Grand Prix, the last race of the season. And as you saw, it got nice and rainy and wet and windy before this race. Coming into this first corner here, you can hear the squeals of the brakes as we go through the sketchiest turn of this whole course. The rain and wind were definitely the defining feature of this race. It didn't actually rain that hard during my race, but it rained really hard before, a little bit during, and a lot afterwards, and so the course was just really wet. There also was a super strong crosswind throughout this course the whole time, so when I was coming through some of these areas, these cross streets, there would be this super strong left to right blast of wind. It felt like it could knock you off your bike on a dry day, and on a wet day like this, it just felt super sketchy. So course conditions were definitely not ideal, but honestly, the Scott bike handled it all super well. You know, I think the mix of the stiff carbon frame combined with the hydraulic disc brakes, the tubeless tires that I had set up, made for a bike that felt really composed and stable in really unforgiving conditions. You know, I think that if I had been riding, you know, a different road bike or something that was a little less put together, there's a very solid chance I would have crashed, but not on the Scott. It just felt amazing. This is by far the nicest road bike I've ever ridden, and despite how challenging this race was, it was really enjoyable in large part because of the Scott Addict RC I was racing around on. So kudos, Scott, nice bike. So you can see a little ahead of me, there's Steven and Seth. They're doing pretty well so far. There was 7 people in total who I was racing with, friends. You know, we kind of had this idea at the beginning of the race around working together, but I think the reality of the rain and the strength of the field in general just meant that like everybody was hitting their VO2 max and then some in the first couple of minutes. So you know, for myself right now, I'm just huffing and puffing, basically riding as hard as I can to try and stay on, but just continually kind of losing folks and really just not comfortable and able to hop on to wheels. All right, so we're coming up on the end of the race for me here. You can see on my right side in the blue, we've got Tien. He's also gotten dropped. I was able to catch him, which is, you know, a tiny consolation prize on a race like this. We're about 12 minutes in right now. You know, I'm pretty gassed at this point. I'm kind of settling in to just riding the course as long as the refs will let me. And as we come up on the stop sign here, the finish line to the race, the ref waves us off the course. And so that's it. That concludes the Scott Boy Summer 2022. You know, this may not have ended with the glory that I had hoped with, you know, finishing some of these races with the pack or maybe even podiuming, but that's okay. I think that this experience that for me is the experience that a lot of people who get into crit racing for the first time will have, just sort of recognizing that the talent of the field is pretty high. And the nice thing about that is it gives you a high bar to shoot for, so that as you're training in the off season, you know, you've got that extra motivation to go deeper in your training session. You know, thanks for coming along on this race. We'll just check in with some riders after the race and see how they're doing.
How you feeling? Race recap.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna win, but I had better ambitions for today.
Yeah, you don't have. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I started off feeling good. Was in the top 5 for a while, and all of a sudden we hit a hill, and I remember like, oh, I don't have the hill legs. Then slowly, everyone passed me, including you, Darren.
That's when you knew.
That's when I knew. When Matt passed me, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get pulled.
Pretty gassed right now.
Yeah.
I thought I started off well, but quickly dropped out of the draft. Just got left behind, man. Now I'm sitting on the sidelines.
Hey, but you made it one piece though.
Yeah, that's what matters.
How you feeling? How you feeling? What's the vibe?
Okay, the vibe is didn't finish another one.
Hey,
But you know what? Motivation for next season.
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Right there.
Yeah.
We started dead last. Missed the clip in.
Yeah, solid.
Last through the first hairpin.
Yeah, good.
Passed all my friends. Is that still up there?
I'm still in it. Let's go, Sam! Let's go, Sam! All right, Ivan, how you feeling? How'd it go for you?
Feel good, man. It was one of the best races I've done.
Feeling, how'd it go?
Oh, look at
I
this.
finished. Yeah. Only one of the wobble wheels. Yeah. It was a good time. Yeah. Doing that thing really fun. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nothing like racing through a trash hurricane.
Nothing like racing through a trash hurricane. I might title this video like Scott Boy Summer 3 Trash Hurricane.